very wise man in a way of he never pushed me too much, like in a way of he let me free to choose. I remember like the first martial art that I did was judo when I was like 4 years old, around 4. So I started like very young. And I think he decided with judo because judo is more like discipline, like.
Yeah, I did that too when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. So my dad decided to start with judo, and man, I did judo from 4 to 13. So I got my green belt in judo, which would be like the purple belt in jiu-jitsu, right? But in between that, I started jiu-jitsu as well when I was around 7. So I was doing judo and jiu-jitsu, kind of like simultaneously, together. But like from 7 to maybe 12, around 12. And when I was 12, I just decided that I don't want to do that anymore, I want to keep going with judo, but I don't want to do jiu-jitsu. I just like lost the interest, So my dad was mad because he knew that if he pushed me and said, no, you're my son, you're gonna keep training because I'm the master. He wouldn't. I would end up like hating the thing, and probably wouldn't keep going the journey.
Yeah.
So he was smart because he saw the example with the other guy.
Yeah, it's a good lesson in positive motivation.
Exactly.
Negative versus positive motivation.
He saw other friends of him like that were training jiu-jitsu that was pushing the son too much, and the son ended up like quitting forever, So he said, man, I don't want to do that with my son. I want him to keep in the journey, so I want to leave him free. So he came to me and said, all right, you don't want to do jiu-jitsu? Fine. What you want to do? Because you have to do some sport. You're already doing judo, but I want to do something else. I said, I want to play soccer. And I was playing soccer for a while. And after I changed my mind,
Yeah, I know.
Teenager, that age that you do something a little bit and you change your mind very quick.
I'm a teacher in school.
Exactly.
I know.
So I did soccer, and after that I did a little bit of rowing as well. I did many sports. I did tennis. I did volleyball at school. Like many things. I just did like many sports. And when I was around 15, that time, like I don't know in Israel, but in Brazil. Around 15, man, the things start to get a little bit tough at school, in the time the bully wasn't like a thing yet, like
it was a thing, we just didn't name it.
Exactly. So but people were letting the things happen,
Yeah.
So man, like I remember, like man, at some point I just felt like, man, I have like a kind of like a weapon, in a good way at home. Why I'm not doing that? I'm not training because, man, I need that thing now to protect myself, because man, like older guys, trying to take my lunch, like.
Yeah, that was my thinking then too. That's what I started.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
So just like, man, you know what? I will come back, and it was my decision.
Yeah.
He let me free. So that was amazing, and I want to do the same with my son, because when I come back around 15, I never stop anymore. I'm training until nowadays. I'm 34, so long time doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you started